Greetings, my friends. I am called to return, to come back and speak about transcendental psychology. We are getting ready for a very, very important cosmic event. And the cosmic event is planet Pluto is about to move into Aquarius in a permanent way. For 20 years, it's gonna shake up everything. The next 20 years, everything that we know right now will be shaken up. It's a faraway planet, but it's the first one that gets the light of the galactic center. It is a very essential planet. It rules the root, the root, the base. It's like it's very important. I wanted to thank you so much for your donations. It's really what's keeping me alive right now. I thank you for supporting the channel, for liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing. I wanted to talk about so we're getting ready for this transformation, but there's going to be maybe some solar flash and all kinds of events that are going to be coming, and our faith in God is really essential. That's really what's going to keep us safe and aligned and happy during those times of shift, and don't give up. It's like there's been many promises that were made by the galactics or the celestial or the heavens about this freedom and this point of freedom, and the revelation and the dismantlement of all the dark controllers, and they have not yet been fulfilled. But it's just a matter of time. Just stay on course, stay on track, and do not give up. Do not give up before the end. It would be a shame to have made all this journey and give it up, and just before it actually breaks through. I'm going to pull a few cards. So the observer of the day is really my card of the day. It's going in circle. I'm going in circle with some karmic energies within a relationship with a woman. It's very, very difficult to handle, and but by faith that eventually the solution will come by itself. The higher the wisdom is about being balanced, to be fair, to be just, to be transparent, and it's really about the equitable being. What we need to understand, there is a blessings that is coming, and this amazing miracle that will come into our life. So it's about being gratitude for what is to come, regardless of what, even if it's not manifested yet, to receive it, to be what we need to do is may the truth be, and we have to continue to stay true, to be true, to allow the truth, to be a messenger of the truth, to be it's a great privilege to be a messenger of truth, and the outcome is reparation. A lot of things that have been broken will be fixed. It's very, very important. And so it is even on the planet, all the climate change that we see, there is an acceleration of the core of the earth, and the sun is getting brighter, and because the whole solar system is getting ready for an ascension. But the earth is not responsible for all these catastrophes. There are certain groups of beings that have technologies that are creating all of this. They're creating catastrophes and I don't know, chaos. They're just children with a toy that they're playing with, and they don't realize that they're creating so much suffering for the planet herself and all the elemental world. There are great consequences in breaking God's law, and the fall of Atlantis, the fall of Lemuria. It's like eventually, we are part of the law, but those who are consistently opposing this law of peace and harmony will have to suffer great consequences, and on the soul level, and the eternal process, maybe. But I think we're very close to major change, to seeing those major changes. I was talking to the higher self. Slowly but surely, the I am presence, which is a higher self, is descending. But for now, we need to purify. This consciousness cannot go down until our consciousness, our physicality, our mind, our intention, our heart, everything has to be purified. And within our higher self, there is a part of this higher self I didn't talk about. Some of you may know. It's called the monad. The monad was a term that was first expressed by a philosopher named Leibniz in the 17th century. He recognized himself as the attorney of God. He was trying to assist humanity in understanding. He was a great scientist as well. The monad is really our spirit group. When we're created as spirits, we're created as a family, groups of spirits, and those were the old celestial beings, and they're not we have the soul family on the planet, and we're going to be reconnecting to. But this is for us, we're five spirits. We come from the North Star, and it's a force that drives your life and that conducts certain things. So you do not want to oppose it or fight it. And we may have more than one monads, but we have this central energy, and our guides are assisting us in connecting to that also. And new technologies will be offered, will be shared by the galactic to assist us with the restoration, the reparation of the planet. So it's and the planet Venus will also be very much in assistance of what is going on here on the planet to initiate the light body. Venus is a highly evolved, advanced planet with billions of souls. I always go there in my space initiation program because I know we're always well received and it's very close by, and it's very, we all have family and friends there. And there is a great master that we send greetings to. His name is Sanat Kumara. He's for millions of years, he's been assisting the planet. Yeah, and he will probably be leading all the Venusian forces when the come of interaction will come. Of course, there is the Lord Buddha, who's also a planetary teacher. There is Lord Ashtar and Sananda, who's the Admiral in Chief of all galactic and celestial region. The legions. There is also Lord Saint Germain, who will be the hierarch of the New Age. Those are very powerful beings that are common assistants. They are angelic frequencies. Really, the violet fire is like is the hierarch of the New Age because he has mastered the energy of infinite wealth and eternal youth. So it is a quality that we'll seek to develop in the future. And so, well, I can't wait to see the first contact. And to be honest, it's going to be so spectacular. I know a lot more than I can say, but it's going to be really, really amazing. Everything is ready. They're all waiting for the green light from the Creator, and so it's like they're all ready and they're all eager for that. I've been waiting for it for 30 years, but up there they've been waiting for it for 26,000 years for the planet to be free. And for 30 years, I've been talking about extraterrestrials, or maybe more. No, I started to become proactive in that, in importing, anchoring new light, creating space travel initiation, opening vortex, creating art that is symbolic with all the keys and codes of the ascension. So I'm really eager for that to happen. It's very important to reprogram ourselves and not to allow other people to program us. Well, sometimes we are allowed to, the spirit, Metatron comes in and wants to create a shift within yourself. I personally trust them, or the Archangel Michael, or an ascended master, when they're doing on the of galactic families. If you trust them, you can allow them to work. They will not impose their energy on you, but sometimes we accepting their own light can assist us. But I'm talking about to not allow anyone of the physical plane to program you. Just you work on your internal programmation, on your internal ability to reprogram yourself, to allow yourself to be reprogrammed by your soul and your spirit and your guides, and because in reality we are all internal and infinite beings. It's like it is our true nature, and we have to become that divine being that we already are. For life is an eternal journey; it never ends. It will never end. There is no escape from life. We were created, and we'll always will always exist in one form or another. So it is important to realize within its eternal flow of life, there is many beginnings and many endings. But the ending that we're getting ready for and the beginning that we're getting ready for now is very important. It is very important on a personal level, and then also on the collective level. We have to continue to cultivate forgiveness, love, and mercy. Very important for ourselves, well, the rest of the world also, but first for ourselves, the forgiveness, the mercy, and the love, and to continue to cultivate the four infinite virtue of the heart, which is joy, compassion, kindness, and serenity. So those are things that we continue to cultivate, and cultivate our own light within and above, not the light from the outside, the light within and above. For it doesn't mean that we cannot get mirror some good energies from the outside mirror of the world. So it's like on tomorrow there is this great shift of energy that is coming, because Pluto is going to finally it made a 6 months move the beginning of the year into Aquarius. So the decision we made in last year, the beginning of last year was very important, because that's when Pluto was like testing a little bit where do we want to go in relationship to our own timeline. Then he retrograded into Capricorn, and now he's moving definitely for 20 years. He's going to traverse this um, Aquarian part of the sky. So it will be very powerful change, and it's going to change everything. For now, the masks are falling. It should be clear. Those who know, and it's like finally, it should be pretty clear what are the groups of the Christos and the anti-Christos. And they are most of humanity are seeing that, and they're broadcasting it all over the internet. For instance, there is a lot of more and more UFOs are being seen in the sky. There is some real one. Most of them are real. Some of them are fake. Some of them are positive and negative. We don't have enough information to most people don't have enough information. But before you move in, if you're invited into a ship, first it has to be silent. So technology, is advanced enough to take it. But I wouldn't recommend to go physically into a ship. But you have to feel it from heart in your heart. Just don't trust the appearance of things, because there's very advanced extraterrestrial that could have negative intention. In truth, there is no outside enemies. It's just the soul and the ego. You are both the devil and God, and you're playing this game we're all playing this game within our consciousness in order to achieve this liberation eventually. Like there is no outside world in reality, because our consciousness is just moving through a holographic matrix. And so it is all understanding that it is very, very important to continue to understand that the truth is going on within, and what's going on within is really what's the most important. We'll see what past, present, and future. Well, yes, maybe it's reflecting me. I hope those reflects you. I'm going to talk about some things that are a little bit more personal. Maybe it can assist you as well in similar situation. The past is the flowering. The flowering has happened. The cause and the effect has been felt. Right now we are exhausted because we're trying to comply to certain programs that are not for us, and so we're getting a bit exhausted. But once we let go of the need to satisfy everybody else's demand, we find a new sense of adventure, and what will come will be the celebration, intimacy, sharing, great celebration. What's going on within ourselves is a dichotomy. It's like we are pulled in two different directions. It's like a part of us wants to do something, and the other part wants to do something else. And so for that, in order to gain clarity, we need to get rid of the burdens. And once we get rid of the burdens, we may find a little bit like the outsider. And so it's good to contemplate the matrix from the outside in an event, but at some point we're going to want to walk through the door, at which point we're going to walk into the great void, the nothingness that is everything. And so everything is possible within the void. We're going to reconnect to our divine nature. What we see on the outside world is suppression. It is like it's like all these karmic energies, that the ties, the cords. We need to break free from all those cords. It's like it's very heavy. It's like oppressive, and it's like and the labyrinth of the mind. The ego is always trying to speculate, to frame things, to understand things. It's important to go moment by moment and see how you receive the energy, and not to hold on to any energies of the past, although the past is the foundation for the future. Personally, I am a facilitator here, an alchemical process. It's been going on for many, many decades, mostly on the astral plane. I've done a lot of work there, spiritual astral plane, through love. It's the alchemistry of love. This is very, but we have to understand, when we deal with other soul, other person even, the emotional condition is more important than the logic. You don't expect people to be necessarily logical. The emotion is always, it's very much a part of the human equation, the emotion. We need to integrate our emotional body, because our emotional body is also the catalyst of our ascension. It is through joy, and for this extreme joy, this ecstasy. But emotion can also be very, very heavy. But we have to let go of resistance, but not to resist. But we have to learn to resist the lower impulses of the ego. to allow the change. And sometimes a very small change can change the whole picture. So it's like the Lord works in mysterious ways. And so just trust the process, be kind and patient with yourself, but act upon it, act upon what you feel, because intention alone is not enough. We need to have, there has to be followed by some kind of action. We live in a magnetic universe. Well, sometimes a powerful intention is an action. Powerful thought is enough to create the change. It's not necessarily action in the physical, but it's like the law will take care of everything. And so we have to learn to the law is perfect. This is one thing that does not change. This perfect eternal law of God of mirroring to each soul what they've been producing in order to teach and educate. But we have to take care of ourselves and maybe change a few things in our diet, in our habits. And we have to learn to rest more, to meditate, to connect to nature. Nature is already in fifth dimension. Continue the service to others, the act of compassion, of creating to assist. Because also the more we give, the more we receive. We don't give to receive, but it is natural to love cannot be insensitive to situation. Yet we have to be careful not to get pulled into the drama of the karmic experiences of others, and continue to do voluntary breathing rather than unconscious breathing as much as possible. And Spirit has shown me there was this politician that came to me 2 or 3 times. He's a very famous politician. It was kind of like the very well-known figure of the deep state, and his eyes were like going down every time. It's like, what can I do for you? Well, he's a clone essentially, but Spirit says that when God created them, they were all free. They were free, and then little by little, they corrupted themselves so much. Some became clones, others became puppets, others became demons. It's like they were all created beautiful divine souls. It's just this immaturity and this power that corrupted them. So it's like so we'll see what we do with all that. Well, I'm going to finish with a song and then discuss one more idea, and maybe I'll sing this one. Sing a different song. It went through my mind this morning. It's an old song, and a lot of people sing it. It's called "Don't Let Me Be Misunderstood." Oh baby, do you understand me now? Sometimes I feel a little mad. Well, no one alive can always be an angel. When things go wrong, you've seen some bad. I'm just a soul whose intentions are good. Oh Lord, please don't let me be misunderstood. If I seemed edgy, I want you to know that I never meant to take it out on you. Life has its problems, and I've got my share. And that's one thing I never meant to do, 'cause I love you. Oh baby, don't you know I'm just human? And I've got thoughts like any other man. And sometimes I find myself alone and regretting some foolish things I've done. But I'm just a soul whose intentions are good. Oh Lord, please don't let me be misunderstood. If I seemed edgy, I want you to know that I never meant to take it out on you. Life has its problems, and I've got my share. But that's one thing I never meant to do, 'cause I love you. Oh baby, don't you know I'm just human, and I've got thoughts like any other man. And sometimes I find myself alone and regretting some foolish things I've done. I'm just a soul whose intentions are good. Oh Lord, please don't let me be misunderstood. 'Cause I'm just a soul whose intentions are good. Oh Lord, please don't let me be misunderstood. Oh Lord, please don't let me be misunderstood. Well, personally, I'm going through a it's like a bit private, but I'm going some very intense karmic relationship with a woman. It's like it just doesn't make sense into my mind. She's not interested in philosophy. She's not interested in spirituality. She's not interested in art. But she's willing to do anything with anyone for a new pair of shoes, or some jewelry, a new handbag. It's like it's just complete nonsense, and my soul does not let me, so I'm going to slow down the communication with her. It's like I just don't understand. Maybe I created this karma from a past life. I made her suffer in this life, in a past life. Now she's going to drag me through the mud. It's like it's very. I'm waking up with nightmares and things. It's like very. But I have trust that there is a really harmonious and beautiful relationship that will replace it. That will come, and Spirit says that my struggle is over. So it's like that I'm free. So I'm saying, thank you, God, thank you, God, finally, for the and it is all about love. It's like I kind of came into that. She didn't came to. She's not the one who came to me. At first I wasn't aware that it would be so painful to just have this connection. It's strange. For it is love. It is all about love. But we see that it's all about love, regardless of what impure and pure, dark and light. It's all about love. It's like octaves of love. So we need to come into our power and to. But for me, I just need to disengage a little bit. The highest wisdom is potentiality, because we see that sometimes I see the actual fact of that situation, but there may be a good potential in the future that could resolve certain of the problem and can be mutually beneficial. So it's about seeing the potential. We all have different potential, and we need to turn to think about how those potential are going to be turned into actual. We're returning for the understanding into the balance and the equilibrium. It's about being balanced and to find this balance. But for me, it's just stealing so much of my joy in life. It's like it drains my energy. It's like maybe it's like I'm trying to understand what God is trying to teach me through that experience. And for what we need to do is temperance, to remain temperate, to remain balanced, to keep the light side dominant, to not be into extreme. And so I have a tendency to sometimes to be a bit radical and to just trying to want to escape certain things that I feel very unpleasant, but if the soul wants it connected, and the outcome is patience. So that's basically what I've been receiving, and it's like things will become clear, the understanding will come, the situation will fulfill themselves, the time will fulfill itself. So for now, we're just learning to be patient and to stay centered in the present, to see what's important, what we can do now that can bring us joy, and hopefully with this new cosmic transit in the sky of Pluto will definitely be set into a really new energy. So just do not be confused, do not be distracted by all the darkness that is still there in the world. It's all the masks are falling down, and it's like no choice. It's like, well, of course there is still people that do not see, but maybe they're not programmed to see. So just we have to be compassionate in relationship to them as well. I thank you very much. I wish you a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you later. Namaste.